Hello friends, today we shall discuss design of flexible pavement as given in IRC 37 when the base layer is of cement treated material, that is CTB layer. And let me just take one example. An example is like this, that design a flexible pavement with CTB layer for the following data. It's a 4-lane divided highway. Traffic at completion of the project is 4,400 vehicles per day in both directions. Design period is 20 years, effective CBR 13%, VDF 5.2%, and traffic growth rate is assumed to be 7%. Now with these data, the first step in the design is to determine the design traffic in terms of median standard axles. And the equation for this N is 365 A into 1 plus R power n minus 1 upon R into D into F. Now A is the traffic at the end of project, that is completion year, and that is given 4,400 vehicles per day in both directions. It's a 4-lane highway. It is assumed that the traffic is divided into two directions 50-50. So in one direction it will be 2,200 vehicles per day. R is the growth rate, that is 7%, 0.07, and design life 20 years. D is the distribution factor, lane distribution factor, and for 2-lane this factor is 0.075. F is the VDF, which is given 5.2. It is estimated from the field data. In the example problem, I have taken 5.2. So you know all these parameters, 365 into 2200 into 1 plus 0.07 power 20 upon 0.07 minus 1 into 0.75 into 5.2. And this value is 128,385,583.3. So let us say 130 million standard axle. So that is the design traffic. Now the second step is for the effective CBR of 13%, what would be the modulus of resilience? So MR for subgrade, that is MR support value or MR for subgrade, is given by this equation, 7.6 into CBR power 0.64, because CBR is more than 5%. Therefore, this equation is to be used. If it is less than or equal to 5, we take 10 CBR, 10 into CBR. Now, CBR is 13%, and therefore, this MR value is 90.8 MPa. Design traffic is more than 50 MSA, and therefore, what IRC 37 suggests that the weeding code should be either SMA or BC layer with DBM. And the BC layer also you should use modified binder, and in DBM we should use VG40. So let us assume that we will be using DBM and BC layer. Third step is to take a trial section. And because the traffic is very high, just to reduce the thickness of the base, thickness of the sub base and the bituminous layer, we are adopting CTB here. So let us assume that this is the pavement section. You have a subgrade with effective CBR of 13%, MR value 90.8. Above that you have GSB layer. Now as per IRC 37, minimum thickness of GSB when it is laid in single layer, it should act as a drainage cum filter layer, and minimum thickness is specified as 150 millimeter. So let us take 150 millimeter. Above that you have CTB, cement treated base, let us say 180 millimeter thickness. Above that you have a aggregate layer that you call the aggregate interlayer or crack relief layer. Let us take this as 100 millimeter, that is the minimum thickness as per IRC. And then you have DBM with VG40 and Then above that you have BC layer, and this is 40 millimeter and this is 60 millimeter. Let us, as a first trial, let us take this section, pavement section, for this case. Then the next step is to determine the allowable strain. Allowable strain in each layer. Now, in the case of cement treated base, the critical locations for calculation of strain and stress is here at the bottom of the bituminous layer. What is the epsilon T here? Then below the CTB layer, what is the strain at the bottom of CTB layer, and vertical compressive strain at the top of subgrade. Now, this is the load here. These are three locations now which are critical from failure consideration. Now, before analyzing this pavement through IITPAVE, we must determine what are the allowable strain for the given traffic condition. So, first is the vertical compressive strain at top of subgrade. And the equation which is given in IRC 37 for 90% reliability is 1.41 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon epsilon V power 4.5337. NR is the design traffic, that is 130 MSA. So this value is 130 into 10 to the power 6. Find out what is epsilon V. So if you put this value of N, epsilon V is 3.01 into 10 to the power minus 4, or you can say 301 micron. So that is the allowable vertical compressive strain for this assumed section and for the traffic volume. Second, the tensile strain at the bottom of bituminous layer here. And the equation for this tensile strain is NF is 0.5161 into C 10 to the power minus 4, 1 upon epsilon T power 3.89 into 1 upon MR for bituminous layer power 0.854. This is the equation I have taken from IRC 37 for 90% reliability. This is what we are trying to find out. NF again 130 MSA. MR is the latent modulus of the bituminous layer. Let us say we will be using VG40 in DBM layer, and as per IRC 37, this MR for bituminous layer with VG40 binder at 35 degrees centigrade is 3000 MPa. C is a parameter which depends upon the mixed design properties, and the value of C is given by 10 to the power M. M is a parameter which is given by this equation 4.84 into VBE upon VBE plus VA minus 0.69. Now VB is the volume of effective binder in the mix. VA is the percent air wires, and it depends, that is how you design the mix. So let us assume some values here. Let us say this value is 11.5%, is the volume of the binder, and this is, let us say 4% because you are providing the DBM in a single layer and therefore should be designed as a binder course for 4% air wires. So if you put the values of these two parameters, M will be 0.25136, and for this value of M, C will be 1.7838. Now you put the values of these parameters here. NF 130 into 10 power 6, C 1.7838, MR 3000. Find out what is the value of allowable tensile strain at bottom of bituminous layer. Now this epsilon T is 129.8 micron. The second one. To To determine the allowable strain at the bottom of CTB layer, there is another equation given as 37, and that equation is N is equal to some reliability factor into 113,000 upon E power 0.804 plus 191 upon epsilon T to the power 12. This is the equation. And again, design traffic 130 into 10 power 6, RF reliability factor. And for National Highway Expressway, this value is 1. E is the modulus of CTB layer. Now, this modulus is taken as 5000 MPa. And you can find out what is the value of epsilon T. You know all these parameters. So, epsilon T here now, epsilon T in this equation is in micron. And this is 65.55 micron. Now you know the allowable strain here at this point, and at this point. Run the IITPAVE software for 5 layers. 1 subgrade, then GSB, then CTB, then AIL, and then bituminous layer, total combined 100 millimeter. Sixth step would be to run the IITPAVE software to determine what is the actual values of strain for this pavement composition. And for that you need the E value of each layer as well as Poisson ratio. So E value of subgrade we have calculated, that is 90.8 MPa, and mu value is taken 0.35. GSB layer, E value of GSB is given by this equation. For GSB layer, E is 0.2 into H power 0.45 into MR of support. Now MR support here is the MR value of subgrade. 0.2 into 150 mm, 0.45 into 90.8, and this is 173.2 MPa. Poisson ratio for this layer is also taken 0.35. For CTB layer, we take 5000 and its Poisson value is 0.25 mu. For AIL, this is generally a WMM material. We take a very low value of MR, that is 450 MPa, and its Poisson ratio is 0.35. And for bituminous layer, DBM plus BC layer, a combined value of E is 3000 MPa as per IRC 37 at 35 degrees centigrade for VG40 binder, and mu value is 0.35. Now for all these parameters, you go to IITPAVE software, enter these parameters. So number of layers 5. The first layer is bituminous layer, that is DBM plus BC, elastic modulus 3000 MPa, Poisson ratio 0.35, thickness is 100 millimeter. Next is your AIL aggregate layer with elastic modulus 450 MPa, Poisson ratio 0.35, thickness is 100 millimeter. Next is CTB, elastic modulus 5000, Poisson ratio 0.25, and thickness is 180 millimeter. Then you have GSB and subgrade. Wheel load 20,000 Newton, tire pressure 0.56 MPa. Here we need 6 analysis points. 1 at the bottom of bituminous layer, 2nd at the bottom of CTB layer, and 3rd at the top of subgrade layer. And you need the strain at the center line of the wheel and the center of the dual wheel. So there are 6 points. The first point is below bituminous layer, 100 millimeter thickness, a radial distance 0 and 155. Then below CTB layer, the thickness is 380, below wheel and at 155 millimeter. Now this distance is taken as 310, center to center between the wheels are taken as 310, so we take here 155 millimeter, and then at top of subgrade 530 millimeter and radial distance 0 and 155. It's a dual wheel assembly. You submit the data, run the program and get the result. That is the output. Now you got the strain values here. Take highest of all these 4 values, highest of the next 4 values and highest of the epsilon z last 4 values. So the strain which you got from IITPAVE software, epsilon t at bottom of bituminous layer is 128.5 micron. At the bottom of CTB layer, this value is 59.7 micron, and at top of subgrade, this value is 173.6 micron. Compare these values with allowable strains. Now this value 128 is less than the allowable strain, which was 129.8 micron. This value 59.7 is less than 65.56, which you calculated for CTB layer, and this is less than 301 for vertical compressive strain at top of subgrade. That means your design, the trial section which you assume initially, is safe. Now when you are using CTB layer, then there is another additional analysis to be done, that is cumulative fatigue damage analysis of CTB layer. The CTB layer should be able to sustain the heel load spectrum, and this analysis is similar to what we do in the case of rigid pavement. You need axial load spectrum, and the fatigue analysis is carried out for single wheel, for tandem wheel and for tridem wheel separately. So for each axial group, you find out how much fatigue life is consumed. I have another video on this cumulative fatigue damage analysis of CTB layer. You can watch that to understand the procedure of carrying out the CTB analysis or CFD analysis, and then you can check whether your CTB thickness is sufficient or not. So that is how we design a flexible pavement with CTB layer as per IS 37. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any question, you can write.